Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your follow-up reading to Sunday's reading. We're coming to check in your energies and how you're feeling right now. Now, once I was done that reading, I took a look at it. And if you want to watch it again, go ahead. But right at the beginning, when you pull the Ten of Wands right at the beginning, and right beside it you see the Higher Self card that came out, you see that this rock is like going uphill both ways. But if you look at the higher self card, there's a bunch of stairs going up and up and up and up towards the light. Okay, and I almost felt like I should have turned it back on and told you that all of this is like you going up towards enlightenment. All of this pain, all of this hurt, all of these things that you're going through, they help you maneuver forward. They help you move forward. Okay? It comes from the work you do. It's not by sitting idly and doing nothing that enlightenment comes. Most of the time, no. If you're meditating and you're conversing with Spirit, yes. But I mean, if you're just sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself, this is what I'm talking about, right? Idly sitting thinking, poor me, not much is happening. It's by getting in it and fighting through it that you find the answers, that you push yourself beyond your capabilities and limits, and that enlightenment comes. That's when you put trust in yourself. You start believing in yourself. And I wanted to say this before I begin today, okay? You have the beautiful Empress. Empress meaning creativity, bringing life to new ideas, and that's a big component of what this is all about. They're almost saying like the higher purpose of this is to bring life to new ideas. When you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, what happens? When you're struggling, what happens? You don't want to struggle anymore. Okay? Go through the motions. Take your mind through it. When it happens, put yourself back to a spot where you got through it. What happened? You got yourself in a spot you didn't want to be in. You came up with solutions. And were those solutions better for you? Well, God, I hope so. If they were just temporary solutions, then you're just gonna make yourself go down that path again. I'm talking about some kind of problem where you found the solution that got you past those problems and got you on a better path. Just take a look back at this, okay? And figure it out. Let's see here. I'm just gonna bring it forward so you can see these awesome cards as they come out. And again, I'm going to be using the Cosmic Journey Oracle because I really feel you are on a journey right now. Enter. One step forward, one step onward. And you know, I can't make this up, you guys. You calculate that, okay? You calculate that. What does that tell you? Okay? Sometimes it's just putting one foot in front of the other. Sometimes that's all you've got left. That's all you've got left. Trust me, I know this. You wake up and you think, I don't know how I'm going to do this today. But take one foot, put it in front of the other. One step forward, it's one step onwards. You're going in that direction. Do you know where it's going? I don't know, but it's not where I am, and it's not leaving me where I've been. It's getting me that way. That way is where I need to go. Okay? Sometimes it's as simple as getting outside, changing the air that you are breathing. That step outside, in the sun, in the air, next to a tree, in a field, breathing the fresh air, driving yourself to fresh air, taking a bus to fresh air, whatever the case may be. Even going to somebody else's air, okay? A friend's house where their air is different. anything to change the motion, change the energy in your body. They say a body that is healthy needs to move, right? You need to move it. You're walking around and things drain and move and muscles work and everything. Your energy is very much in a same kind of a thing, right? You need to move that too. It's integrated to your body right now. So it's part of it, okay? If your body is sick, your energy is going to lower a little bit. You need to up the energy, you need to up the body level, you need to help yourself here, okay? Create a healthier space for yourself. Even though this maze looks insane, like you're going, oh God. Didn't we already get this? I'm not too sure. I feel like we already got that. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. This is what I feel. I feel like they're saying, which is good, because this is the follow-up. I feel that you, even though don't want to, some days don't feel like it going, I don't want to do this. You're deciding to take the steps forward. You're deciding to go ahead anyway. You're saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give it a shot. And sometimes they say don't go too slow because you're going to get stuck in the details. I don't think this is it. I think this is kind of saying they want you to take your time. See, what I get from this is he's still very protected. You know? Still very much like I'm not peopling. I don't want people today. Okay, I'm putting my guard up, and it's like I'm still in here. I'm still very much like protected and going, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that much today. But you got your rake out and you're doing your rose, okay? You're doing the work. And that's what you need to do. Enlightenment comes from the work. Even when it doesn't feel like it or doesn't seem like it, it really does. It comes from there. Okay? Don't give up on yourself. That's all I'm saying. Don't give up on yourself. Ooh, the Alchemical Artist. Very interesting. Look at this. Look at this. It's almost like the 4 elements. You got the number 10. Ooh, we must look at this. We must look. We must see. And it's a Roman numeral letter, so it's at the end of the book. The attributes is creativity, artistry, new combinations, transcendence, and greater self. Well, you know, like I said, this message is divinely given. I mean, don't, trust it. You got the Empress 3. You have the 3. And there you have the word creativity coming out again. Okay? If ever in doubt, well, don't. Don't doubt. Okay? It says, you may know of alchemy, the science of transmutation, from ancient efforts to turn lead into gold. But there's another greater purpose, to transform from your small self into your greater self. The alchemical artist stands ready to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, creating art from new combinations of what is in front of you. The artist's purpose is to bring beauty, truth, and new ideas through their creation. You are the ultimate creation, ready to evolve. As both the artist and the creation, you can become the alchemical artist. Okay? So, they're asking you to take from this stuff that you're doing, the stuff that you feel you are living through. You know what I mean? Trying to get through the 10 of wands that you're fighting. What can you use from that? How can you create a new combination from it? What can you teach people about getting through hard times? That would be another one. Okay? If I'm going through it and you are going through it, that means others are too. Sometimes it would just be a place for somebody to come and say, look, I'm out of steam. I need some support, okay? I feel there's simply not enough support. I understand from what I hear is because there's been also cases of people who take advantage of this, right? What do you call it? Attention mongers is what you call them? Yeah. They come in and they speak louder than everybody else, and they're always got drama. These people stay in they stay in that stuck of drama, which is very hard to be around. And the people who fight to stay alive, they don't speak out. They don't burden other people with their burdens. Somewhere in the middle there, Pisces, we need a space. We need a space where people can help each other without feeling like a burden and without letting the ones who want to take over take up all the oxygen in the room. Okay? As soon as I know how, I will let you know. Alright, so I'm going to take a few cards to ask what Spirit recommends you do, what else you do this week, okay? This is a follow-up to Sunday. Sunday was a good reading, an important reading, so if you haven't seen it, go ahead. This one will make a lot more sense, okay, because we're talking about that reading because it's a follow-up reading. And we have this card again. This came in the deck interview. And this is on my other channel. I love the way they do that. So if you were not aware, I have Connect to the Deck Tarot. Just write at Connect to the Deck Tarot in a search bar and it'll take you there. Or go to the description box and it'll take you there. In the deck interview, this card came out as one of the interview questions. The 5. And in this one, I feel that it's helping you hold up the sword. Honestly, I feel like this is... What else can you do? Is to trust in your inner guidance to help you hold up the sword, to give you that strength, okay? In this case, it could even be not another person, it could be yourself helping you hold up the sword, okay? It could be a friend helping you, it could be you finding the courage to help you, okay? But if you need the help, find it within yourself, within others, with Spirit, to help you carry on, to find the answers you need. Okay? In the toughest moments, in the moments of tears, in the moments of feeling like you're defeated. Okay? Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. 42-6. Oh, wow. Okay? I can't make this up. I'm reading this card, but listen to the first sentence. You have drawn the sword of destiny. I'm reading this one. Okay? Just letting you know. 2 decks that have nothing to do with each other. Your legendary legacy awaits. An action that you take now may be felt for years or more. Your greatest work will stand against the endless tides of history, washing everything else away. Paradoxically, by trying to create a legacy might nullify the likelihood it'll happen. You must dare differently. Dare. D. Discover what you're uniquely designed to do. A. Activate your unique genius by proclaiming your authentic power. R. Remember your true mission here and why you incarnated at this time. And E. Evolve your deepest dream into full service for the largest collective. The Cosmic Catalyst is, what is my deepest dream for the largest collective? It says, take an assessment that provides you with insight into another facet of your inborn genius and unique ability. So take your latest problem, your latest snag, bump in the road, and how can you turn it into something that will help others, that will help the collective? As I said before, if you have this problem, chances are others have had it too. Only by people talking about their depression did other people feel comfortable talking about their own depression, right? Not hiding it in the dark. Not saying I'm broken. People who were broken talk to other people who were broken. And together, they're healing. They're trying. Okay? When you put up that beautiful sword of truth and tell yourself, yeah, I've had a crappy day, crappy couple of days, whatever whatever this may be. What do I do with this? How do I turn it into something? How do I turn it into something that could help others? And I said this before, as soon as you turn your own into the service of others, miracles happen, Pisces. Because you take yourself out of the poor me. And we all have the poor me. Oh, and I use the poor me. I said, I will sit and cry like the best ever. I will sit at the edge of a bed and cry and say, poor me, poor me, poor me. This sucks, poor me. But when I'm done all of that, when I'm through with all of that, I will try to use whatever's happened, whatever I felt, whatever's going on, whether it's internal, external, and see if I can write it down, express something, do a reading, to help others find their deepest meaning, to find their greatest light, their greatest truth, and then to move forward in it, okay? And right away, I start feeling better. Immediately. Trust me, it's immediate. Not only does it get you out of that rut, it gives you a different perspective. And just by changing that around, it helps you out. It helps you out. It's its own gift to you. By trying to find how you can help others, or you can find solutions, or how you can just move around and get different perspectives. All of that is progressing you in a path of one step forward, one step onward. Okay? All right. So, what else should you do before the end of the week? Temperance. Bring back balance. Put a little water into your wine. Okay? If it's feeling all bad, find something that feels good. Like helping somebody. Like going through your clothing, and if there's stuff you don't wear, bring it to a place where people who have lower means can buy them. Bring a few things to a food bank. Okay? I read something about a food bank the other day that I thought, wow, that's really smart. They say a lot of people bring a lot of people bring bread, but they don't ever bring like butter or something. And I thought yeah. Who the heck wants to drink? Who the heck wants to eat dry bread? So, that's something. Just figure I'd throw that in there. I just found it interesting. I think we try to gravitate in giving the most of something that's the cheapest, but sometimes it'd probably be good to throw in a few things that, people can use. I know there's some places that they don't want to keep things, but I'm pretty sure the fresh stuff goes pretty quick, right? And that's not judging. Do what you can, yeah? I remember I received from the food bank once in my life, and I didn't care what came through the door. As long as I could eat it and I could feed my family, I was very happy with it. So, yeah, no judgment there at all, right? Okay, and finally, no wrong turns. I love this. No wrong turns. There are no wrong turns. There are no wrong turns. Even as terrible as your day may feel. And if by now you haven't realized that I've had one, I did. I'm just not sharing it here. I probably should, but I won't. I recorded it for myself I didn't know where to put it. I don't know if to put it on Facebook or just my personal wall. But as wrong as sometimes those days feel, where everything hurts and you've suffered through a nightmare, an actual one or just an ongoing one, sometimes you tend to think, well, what did I do to deserve this? Sometimes nothing. Sometimes everything. Sometimes you can't explain it. Okay? And that's when you've got to come up at one point for every day, good or bad. Okay? Whatever you designate as good or bad or even mediocre. What if you couldn't make a wrong decision, a wrong move, or wrong turn? How much pressure would that eliminate in your life? All roads lead to the exact same place of perfect perfection, just arriving via different routes. You've come here with your cosmic assignment, and that keeps you that keeps knocking over and over again. Okay, it can knock you over and over again sometimes, but don't worry, you won't miss it. Okay. You could have 3, 4, 5, 10, 25 bad days for something that you need to be seeing, an enlightenment moment that you need to, where it's requiring you to ask to put balance back in your life for either, if it's physical, to check, what you're eating, what you're doing. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. If it's just, something that's bothering you and it causing you like to have nightmares of insecurity, how to fix it, how to go forward, okay? And if you don't deal with it now, don't worry. Things don't just magically disappear. They keep coming back until you do. Honestly, they do. Until you have to admit it to yourself that you need to deal with it. Okay? So that's the other part. We always want to be certain of our path, but life doesn't work like that. Sometimes you're almost there, and sometimes it feels like a long road ahead. And it's only by embracing the ambiguity that you can create the surety you seek. Okay? And again, it's asking the question, what mistakes or wrong turns have I made that ultimately ended up benefiting me? How by going down these roads, these paths of pushing the rock up the hill, and just taking those one step at a time up that beautiful staircase of moving up, did you finally find the way? How many times did that help you out? I think that would be a great thing to do for yourself right now, especially if you're going through or plan to go through another moment like this. Even if you're not right now, this will serve you well when you do. This will serve you well when you do. To sit down and see how your worst moment created your best path. Even if it's not your forever path. Example for myself, looking at parents who made terrible decisions constantly, made me be very careful in the way that I did my decisions. Now, was I overly careful for certain things? Probably. But at the time, it saved me a lot of wrong turns. A lot of, well, let's not do that, because we know not thinking things through can really screw up your life. The screwed up thing, though, Pisces, especially with my father, is his favorite words to me were, think before you act. And he was probably the person who thought less of anything that he did. He would act and suffer the consequences constantly, and everybody around him did the same. But he taught me. He taught me. He kept saying to me those words, Think before you act. Think before you act. And I used to think, you're such a pain. But ultimately, I did a lot of that. And it was also later on a pattern I had to break because I did overthinking. I overthought before I acted. But there are no wrong turns. Everything that you go through for a reason. Embrace it. Even on the hard days. Even on the days where you think, oh, this today took my breath away. I don't know how. This could be anything but negative. That it could be anything but hard. And really, really unpleasant. Right? How do I get through this? Absolutely. Sometimes it feels that way. It feels very hard. It feels very burdensome. And we're not sure how we're going to get through the next moment. But you got to believe in yourself. Believe that there's something bigger, better, something that's going to make you stronger. Something that's going to push you past your limits. This may be hard, but this person's building muscles as well. Imagine building muscle of educating yourself, of being physically more muscular, mentally more muscular, energetically more muscular. Half the time, it's the fight gene that comes in. We just want to fight to get away from this. We don't want to feel like this anymore. So that's what we do. We start to climb, don't we? We start to climb. The higher self, there it is. We start to climb. We go up. See this person? Up, 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 and away. We find a way sometimes to even not go through the steps, go straight up. You will too. You will find your straight up, your way to climb that mountain, to get up there, to do it. Okay? No doubt about it, you will. So, this has been your follow-up, your extended, whatever you want to call it. Now don't forget, I have Life Path Number Tarot available for you as well. It's in the description box. Everything I offer is always in the description box, so check that out. Remember to watch along. Remember to like and comment. Let me hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. A lot of you have been interacting in the last couple of weeks, especially when I ask. I'm asking all the time. Okay? Let me know what you think. Share with people how you've grown, how you fought, how you surpassed yourself, your hard times, even if it was in the past, even if it's not happening right now. And if it is happening right now, write it down. And problem solve while you're writing. I find that happens a lot for me. When I start writing things down, I come up with solutions. As an insightful Pisces, I'm positive that you can do it as well. And with that, I'm going to send you a big, big hug. Okay? For anything that anybody's going through, if you are. If you're not, this has been a little masterclass on when the next time rolls around, because that you can be sure. Most of the time, we may not have terrible, terrible days, but we all have trying days. There are days where, yeah, shit's going sideways. And you just gotta deal with it. And this is a reminder that you're exactly where you're meant to be, that there are going to be days like this. But you can use it to your advantage. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. A big hug. And I will see you on Thursday for the Oracle message. Bye for now.